Successful people often practice habits that unsuccessful people avoid. Warren Buffett told Bloomberg that everyone lives by their habits. Some impact your health or personal life, while others directly affect your finances. Many times, people don't even notice the negative financial habits that repeatedly rob them of any chance of becoming wealthy. Warren Buffett believes that while it's not possible to eliminate bad financial habits, they can easily be replaced with good habits. This is the only way to increase your wealth. If you want to know more, keep watching this video until the end. This is the leading finance channel, so click the subscribe button now and join future millionaires. Warren Buffett is not your average billionaire. He has a fortune of about $16 billion, but he lives a very modest life. He still lives in the house he bought for $31,000 in 1957, prefers public transportation over a private jet, and plays bridge instead of hosting parties. It is this unexpected combination of immense wealth and a simple life that attracts global interest. From a young age, Warren Buffett began his journey to become extremely wealthy. Early on, he sold sodas, newspapers, magazines, and gum door to door to his neighbors. Being my own boss is what attracted me to delivering newspapers. I chose my own route and nobody bothered me at 5 or 6 in the morning. He delivered 500 newspapers a day, earning a penny for each. From an early age, one of the world's greatest billionaires has always enjoyed reading. His aunt gave him a world almanac, which he still keeps, and it was in his father's office that Warren Buffett read his first book on investments. To this day, he dedicates 5 to 6 hours a day to reading. Although Buffett's business development occurred in the second half of the 20th century, he remains active in the new millennium. Furthermore, Warren tirelessly follows market trends and shares valuable tips to help people follow the path to prosperity. When it comes to making money, timing is the most important thing. You don't have to be very smart. You need to be patient, says Warren Buffett. Many people know Warren Buffett as a guru in the investment world, but in reality, he built most of his fortune by following a proper financial lifestyle. Warren is rightfully called a billionaire who clearly understands the value of every dollar. In this video, I want to draw your attention to the financial habits that Buffett actively adopts. As he said in an interview, "I'm sure some people might let this information pass unnoticed, but Warren says that a healthy money habit can easily become the foundation of your wealth, even if your wallet is empty right now." The first habit is spending wisely. At first glance, this habit might seem trivial, but according to statistics, more than 65% of people do not know how to spend money properly. Warren Buffett has said many times that people tend to think about where to spend the money they haven't yet earned. In this case, Warren Buffett suggests that when evaluating future purchases, instead of thinking about the monetary value, you should consider the number of hours you had to work to earn that money. Ask yourself how many hours a month you work and how much money you earn from it. Calculate how much an hour of your work is worth and compare that amount with the price of what you want to buy. If you earn 4,000 Brazilian reals a month but want to buy a new Tesla that costs at least 40,000 Brazilian reals, consider if it's really worth it. Perhaps, before you start saving for this purchase, it's better to look for additional sources of income. Moreover, it is essential to remember that Buffett encourages people to plan all their earnings and expenses, regardless of how much they earn or spend. The problem with having $1 million is that being a lot of money, it needs to be carefully controlled. Otherwise, it may disappear without you realizing where it went, says Buffett. The second habit is making money work for you. To earn some extra money, it's important that it is in motion rather than just kept in a piggy bank. It is crucial to understand how the investment mechanism works. If you simply leave your savings untouched, they will lose value due to inflation, which reduces real purchasing power. To prevent this, the money should at least be transferred to a savings account that offers interest above inflation. However, this is not a tool to make money. For that, it is necessary to invest. But to invest, you must consider different options and find out how to protect your savings from losses. Your money in stocks tomorrow starts by understanding the investment mechanism itself, says Buffett. Take time to regularly learn the basics of investing. You can start by watching news on the subject every day. Instead of spending the morning scrolling through Facebook or Instagram, set aside 10 to 20 minutes for a useful read. Analyze what happens with stocks daily. For example, the returns of shares of American tech giants like Facebook and Google are 30% per year. Isn't it great to think that social media can not only consume your time but also generate a lot of money? Future millionaires, before we continue, I want to ask you to support this video by leaving a like. After all, your interaction can help more people learn about these valuable financial insights. The third habit is working in unusual conditions. This advice from Buffett may sound a bit strange, but the billionaire is a big fan of assessing global market situations while sitting at a McDonald's instead of in his office chair. I always associate money with big problems which in turn need to be solved. For this, you need to look at things from different angles, says Buffett. A good example of this is the story of Albert Einstein. In 1905, Einstein published 4 scientific papers that changed the foundations of modern physics and our understanding of the universe. Curiously, Einstein wrote his papers not in a physics lab or his office but in the Swiss Patent Office. Working in such a different environment allowed him not to be tied down by traditional lab methods. When your working conditions differ from most people in your field, you can arrive at unexpected conclusions and combine ideas from different fields. If you read what everyone else reads, you will end up thinking like everyone else, and if you think like everyone else, you will not be able to create anything new or unique. Be curious, seek out lesser-known sources, and study what no one else is studying. That way your work will be truly valuable to others. Warren Buffett is known for his simple yet profound financial wisdom. He believes that people often spend their money on absolutely unnecessary and foolish things, thereby blocking the path to wealth. By eliminating the most common financial mistakes, you can radically change your situation and finally achieve prosperity. The first mistake that all low-income people make is neglecting personal development. Buffett believes that the best investment you can make today is in yourself. Improving your skills and obtaining a quality education are aspects that can significantly increase your income. Employers look for people who already have the necessary knowledge because they often don't have the time to train them. They want to find someone who already knows what to do. And what to do when a person is willing to pay well for it. If you want to be self-employed, having competence in business and its processes will never be too much when starting your own business. Your knowledge and skills are assets that no one can take away from you. Try to gather as many of these assets as possible. The use of credit cards is the second mistake that all low-income people make. While credit cards can be convenient and helpful, especially when you want to buy something and don't have enough funds, credit card interest rates far outweigh any benefits. If you forget to pay your debts on time, sit down and calculate how much you will actually spend in a year to pay off all your credit card debts. I'm sure you'll be surprised. Warren Buffett recommends cutting this part of your spending first. That way you'll stop spending more than you earn, and secondly, you'll save a good amount of money that can be used, for example, for your education. Another typical expense for low-income people is the pursuit of cutting-edge technology. New gadgets are always appealing. The marketing tricks of the modern world know how to make people want a new product. But if you have decided to follow the path of wealth, start by evaluating your capabilities and the need for a new gadget. It is possible that your old gadget is still working perfectly and does not need to be replaced, so there is no point in spending money on it. Warren Buffett, for example, prefers functional technology. If he sees that the product is practically identical to what he already has, the richest man in the world will not buy it. Visiting bars, restaurants, and pubs is common, especially among low-income people. Spending on food and drinks outside the home is one of the most problematic areas for many. If you have decided to become rich, you should abandon this kind of luxury, especially while you are pursuing financial freedom. While socializing and having fun are important parts of life, replacing outings with home gatherings will not affect your emotional well-being but will help save money. Now, about spending on clothes, have you noticed how the richest people in the world dress? Most of them opt for simplicity in their wardrobe, including Warren Buffett. This is especially true for those who want to escape poverty. Forget flashy and expensive brands. Often you pay more for a famous name on a t-shirt than for the product itself. There are many quality alternatives that are just as good as well-known brands. And used gym memberships are another unnecessary expense. A common expense for people with fewer resources is a gym membership. Did you know that statistically, 80% of people who bought a gym membership end up quitting? Nowadays, cheap offers from gym chains are quite common, promising an annual or semi-annual pass at an attractive price. However, most people end up quitting the gym. While it may seem like a good deal, it's actually a waste of money for those who have decided to take the path of wealth. Buying a membership and not using it is one of the most popular mistakes, along with not being prepared to change your physical condition and constantly postponing your gym visits. Another financial mistake, although less noticeable, is spending on cigarettes. Unfortunately, not everyone can quit smoking, despite knowing its harm to health and the wallet. Cigarettes are not only expensive but can also lead to serious illnesses that may require treatment. So, if you decide to become wealthy, you should abandon this bad habit once and for all. Don't use any other financial sources other than those intended to increase your wealth. As Warren Buffett always says, be careful with your expenses. You are losing more money than you think. Lastly, buying luxury items is another mistake for low-income people. If you want to stop being low-income, save money by not buying luxury goods. Instead, aim to acquire assets, which will help you generate more income and gradually achieve financial independence. We hope you found this video useful, future millionaires. If so, please give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe to the channel for more valuable content. Thanks for watching.